Are you fucking deaf? I said, are you fucking deaf? If you are, then you may be thinking of investing in a digital hearing aid. AudioClear hearing aids are discreet and... Is this for real?
What's up, Stephen?
Well, there's swearing in this advert. All kinds of effing and jeffing. Are you really allowed to broadcast this on the radio? I mean, even Channel 4 doesn't have swearing in their adverts.
Anything goes these days.
It's the 21st century, my friend.
Oh, God, yeah. No taboos left anywhere anymore. Okay, let's crack on.
Actually, I've got to go, so I'll see you next week, Stephen, yeah?
What the blazes is this, Recule? Where's that clown off to?
Let's see his therapist.
His therapist? Ha! That doesn't surprise me.
Danny's considering a sex change operation.
A sex change operation?
Yeah, it's mostly because he thinks his clothes will suit him better if he's a woman. It's just something he's been mulling over for a while. Talking to a therapist about it.
Well, I've heard everything. Sex change operations, swearing in adverts. These really are the last days of Sodom.
Let's try that line again there, Stephen.
Yeah. AudioClear hearing aids are discreet and fit snugly into the ear. Check out our website today for details. How the fuck was that?
Nuts. Do you remember that musical you did about the horrors of mental illness?
Probably the worst production I've ever been in.
Yes. You've been in more than your fair share of bad productions.
Ray Purchase was in that. Played an out-of-control schizophrenic called Magpie, and used that as an excuse to pinch everyone's fags. And I swore I'd never work with him again.
Yes. Do you remember you opened the trapdoor on stage and he fell right through?
Yes, he did.
I will make my nest. I will be happy.
People told me he'd broken his back. He hadn't. Just his arm and his collarbone.
Yes.
Anyway, while I'm here, any news on my Dickie Davis biopic audition?
Dickie Davis audition... That was a no.
A no? How can it be a no, Jane? I look exactly like him.
Oh, now this is really big news. The Royal Variety performance people have been on. They'd like you to take part this year in the newly reopened Regency Theatre.
The Regency Theatre? Isn't that now a chicken paradise?
Yes, it was in a dreadful state. But then a lot of showbiz folk got together to buy it back and refurbish it.
I'm not doing the Royal Variety performance, Jane. All charity work is a complete waste of time and money. And usually does more harm than good. Remember Live Aid?
They'd like you to perform the amazing Egyptian sand dance made famous in the 1930s.
Bloody sand dance. I've not done that for years. Hold on a second. You need 2 performers for that routine.
Yes, so I suggested,
Well, Ray bloody Purchase. I told you 2 seconds ago I never wanted to work with him again.
Did you?
Well, maybe not 2 seconds, but certainly in the very recent past.
Okay. I shall demand they don't ask Ray Purchase to perform with you. That'll be an absolute non-starter.
I'm not doing any charity work, Jane, for anyone, ever.
Oh, here's the thing. Kevin Spacey will be there.
Who?
Kevin Spacey. Major actor, director, and big player in Hollywood. He's become very immersed in the whole London scene. Rumour has it he's looking for someone to play the British attaché in the new series of The House of Cards.
I'll do it. This charity event kept me in.
You've changed your tune, Toast. All a waste of time and money a second ago.
Obviously, I know who Kevin Spacey is. I just said who to give me some time to think about the offer. British attaché. yes, House of Cards. I'll be splendid in that.
Ever seen it?
No. Anyway, who's presenting at this Royal Variety performance?
Bob Monkhouse.
Isn't he dead?
No! Why does everybody say that? Bob is very much alive. He just got remarried, in fact. Apparently his new wife's a complete zombie. Anyway, I'll tell them you're on board. India, Royal Variety, patch me through.
I hate the Royal Variety performance, but if Kevin Spacey sees me in it, he's bound to cast me as the British attaché in the new series of House of Cards.
Sorry, Toast. I was just reading a review of the revival of The Government Inspector at the Lyric.
Not very good.
I was saying, I hate the Royal Variety performance, but if Kevin Spacey sees me in it, he's bound to cast me as the British attaché.
Sorry, Toast, I was just reading a review of the revival of Abigail's Party at the Young Vic. Not very good.
I was saying, I hate the Royal Variety performance, but if... Oh,
hang on, old chap, I was reading that.
Who the hell is that?
That'll be for me.
Here's your magazines, Ed.
What is it, Ed?
It's some copies of Woman's Realm.
Woman's Realm? I didn't think that was still going.
It isn't. These are vintage copies. It's very hard to find. I'm a bit of a collector.
Well, isn't it just knitting patterns for old ladies?
Oh, yes.
Oh, God. Who delivered them? John Nettles?
No, he does titbits. This is a chap called Larry Muggins. Anything you want, he can find, probably at a discount price.
Really?
Oh, yes. Yes, anything from a rare edition of a Ken Follett novel to a sex change operation.
Sex change operation?
Oh, yes.
Well, that idiot Danny Bear at Scramble Studios was talking about getting a sex change operation. Reckon it would suit his clothes.
Oh, this chap Muggins can probably organise it for him. And there's likely to be a queue for the op at the NHS. I can put in a word, if you like.
Well, you know, why not? It's no odds to me.
So, who's hosting the Royal Variety performance this year?
Bob Monkhouse.
Bob Monkhouse?
Thanks for coming, old chap. With a name like Toast, I thought you'd pop up. Glad you decided to become involved. Jane said you don't usually do any charity work.
Not true at all. You're thinking of Dickie Davis.
Weather's been very warm, hasn't it? Especially at nights. These days I love to sleep in the nude. Not a bad thing, except of course on those really long flights.
What?
Anyway, meet the organising committee before we go down to the theatre.
Hello, Dennis Fogg.
Dense Fog?
No, Dennis Fogg.
Sorry, nice to meet you.
Hello, Derek Buildings.
Derelict Buildings?
No, Derek Buildings.
Sorry, nice to meet you.
Hello, Shane Philorgy.
Shameful orgy?
Shane Philorgy.
Sorry, nice to meet you.
I never wanted to believe my dad was stealing from his job as a road worker. But when I got home, all the signs were there.
Anyway, I just want to say how it warms my heart that so many top turns are willing to give their time to charity. Ray bloody Purchase.
Well, well, well. It isn't Stephen Toast. Tell us more about your substantial charity work, Toast. Love to hear about it.
I specifically told Jane I never wanted to work with you again.
Well, tough tit, Toast. Stephen Toast, everyone. Now buy your pint with one hand and sleep with your wife with the other.
Why don't you shut up and sit down?
Here's a thing I've noticed. People seem to think I come from Kent. I hear them mutter the word as I walk past.
What?
I'm really looking forward to this. You know Kevin Spacey's going to be there.
I didn't know that.
Yes, you did. I know for a fact that Jane Clough told you about it. She texted me, she emailed me, she wrote me a postcard. She told me to my face that she definitely told you about it.
Did she? Well, I must have forgotten.
And we've just heard this morning that Prince Charles and his delightful wife, Camilla Parker Bowles, are also coming along. Now, I think it would be a terrific idea to present them with a souvenir of the occasion. Who wants to look after that?
I think Toast should be in charge of securing the gift for the royal couple.
Really?
Yes, great idea. Talking of royals, do you know what happened during Kate Middleton's wedding night?
No.
She was held against her will. What? Gosh, is that the time? We need to get down to the stage to rehearse. Right, chaps, we'll take the lift. There's too many stairs. Come along, darling.
Sorry, Mrs. P. I can't get Bob Monkhouse's zombie wife's face out of my head.
I thought Bob Monkhouse was dead.
No, he's very much alive. As is his wife. Well, technically, she's dead.
Living dead, surely.
Anyway, Monkhouse did a very strange thing. He kept telling these stories that were unconnected to anything. And then everyone would laugh.
Yeah, probably jokes.
Jokes?
Yes, Monkhouse is famous for telling jokes all the time.
What are you doing, Mrs. P?
Oh, it's my new job.
You've got a job? What the hell is it?
Operating drones for the US military.
Really?
Yes. It's perfect for me, actually, because I can work from home. You know, depending on how many missiles I launch, I can earn up to 30 quid a day.
Drones for the US military?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I better get that. Do you want to go? Very easy. You just move this cursor, and when you select your target, you press this key here.
Right.
Oh, and only blow up the houses on the left-hand side of the road, not the houses on the right.
Gotcha. Direct hit. And another. I'm very good at this, if I don't mind saying. Hope there was nobody home.
Having fun.
Yes, it's quite addictive, isn't it?
Mm. Oh,
What?
did I say blow up the houses on the left-hand side?
Yes.
I meant the houses on the right.
Well, I've blown a hell of a lot up on the left.
Oh, that'll probably be fine.
I imagine no one will notice.
Which one of you lads is looking for a sex change? You, is it?
No, it's me, actually.
What's your budget? How much do you want to spend on it?
Well, it's quite serious, a sex change operation. I mean, it's not really the type of thing you can cut corners on.
So what are you looking at?
Well, I got a quote from an established specialist surgeon for £4,000.
Jesus. £4,000 for a sex change? Should I do more or less the same thing for 50 quid?
50 quid?
All I need's a level surface and a bucket for drainage. And I'll throw in for free disposal of body parts.
Right, well, as I say, it's quite a big operation, so I'm going to need to know everything's all above board.
There's a full guarantee going with it. 50 quid, no hidden charges. Honestly, it'd be mad to spend 4,000 on a sex change. All those twisters in Harley Street, ripping off naive transgenders. For that amount of cash, we could change into a llama.
Are you serious? A full sex change operation for 50 quid?
Yeah. Unless you want to pay the VAT on top of it.
All right. Okay, yes. Hope I don't live to regret this.
Can we start now?
How you feeling, Danny?
Well, I'm a bit nervous, to be honest.
You never had a sex change operation before, huh?
No.
You've nothing to worry about.
So, what's in this plastic bag?
A pair of tits.
Oh, very interesting.
What are you doing here?
I'm the intermediary, Larry. Instrumental in bringing both parties together. You don't mind if I stay and watch, do you?
It'll cost you tenner.
Okay.
Look, I'm really not sure about all this. Having cold feet, are you, Danny?
Well, you should have said something before now, instead of leaving it to Muggins here to sort out.
Do you know what? I think I'm going to give it a miss.
What?
The operation, I think I'm going to give it a miss.
Is it because you don't want to lose the moustache? We could probably keep that.
That Eurovision winner looked great. She had a full beard. Look, sorry, do you know what? I've changed my mind. I went for a budget option and I really should have gone through a more traditional medical route, like with a proper surgeon and in a hospital.
Well, it's no skin off my nose, but I'm going to have to keep the 50 quid.
Yep, okay, fine.
You can keep the pair of tits.
I don't think I'm going to need them now.
Can I have them?
Enjoying yourself, Ed?
Yes. Yes. So, the Royal Variety Performance, huh? I'm looking forward to it, and I'll tune in. Are you nervous?
Nah, who cares? It's a charity event. All I know is that when Kevin Spacey sees my Sundance, he'll be so impressed he's bound to offer me the House of Cards attaché.
Oh, best of luck with that.
Downside is I have to share the stage with Ray Bloody Purchase again.
Well, I hope he doesn't fall through the trapdoor this time.
Yes. Did you manage to look at those plastic tits?
Yes, I did. You see, I don't know how Muggins would have grafted these onto your friend without a severe risk of blood poisoning. Paul Gascoigne used to wear these the whole time. It's very disappointing.
What the hell were you expecting?
Oh, I don't know. Something a bit less tacky. Something a bit more, va-va-voom.
You are very peculiar, Ed.
You can have them if you want.
I don't want them. Unless...
Unless what?
Well, Tom Jones has just been added to the bill at the Royal Variety Performance. A pair of plastic tits may be just the kind of thing he'd like.
Yes, good thinking. Tom Jones would love a pair of comedy plastic tits.
I think he would. Right, I'm off. If I were you, I'd find another lodger. As I say, goodbye, Ed. Hello, House of Cards.
You're so diluted, Toast, it makes me sad. You'll never get the break that you want so bad.
What? I'll tell you this crown of thorns, it is clear that I'll die having lived inside a lie. It's true.
Look, Toast, you need to bring your A game to the table. We're not doing the conga or the akadoo. This is the Sandance. There's 100 years of musical history, and I'm not going to let you piss about with it.
Who cares?
Who cares? I care. Monkhouse cares!
Well, I think your Sandance is going to be sensational, chaps. The old ones really are the best. Talking of old ones, fellas, do you know I still enjoy sex at 74? I live at 76, it's no distance.
What?
The terrific Ray Purchase there and Stephen Toast. Now, we're very lucky to welcome some very special guests here tonight. His Royal Highness, the Prince of Wales and the Duchess of Cornwall.
What did you get Charles and Camilla?
What?
What did you get Charles and Camilla? You were supposed to get them a gift, remember?
Oh, shit.
You've forgotten me, bloody idiot.
Well done, Toast. Terrific work. Very moving. I got a real sense of Egypt.
Did you see Spacey?
Yes, he was in the middle of the front row. I was sitting right behind him. He was clapping all the way through.
Hollywood, here I come.
Oh, Toast, the royal couple are almost here. Did you get them a present? I hope you didn't forget.
He did forget, because he's a complete cunt.
Mind the language, Purchase.
Sorry, Bob.
This is bloody serious, Toast. Sometimes the joking has to stop. Ah, your Royal Highnesses, this is Stephen Toast. He has a gift for you, which he'd like to present on behalf of the Friends of the Regency Theatre. A pair of tits.
Pair of tits.
A pair of tits.
They're not real tits, though. They're just plastic ones, like Paul Gascoigne used to wear.
A man went to the doctor for a checkup. The doctor says, I have some very bad news. You're going to die.
God.
The man says, how long am I going to live? The doctor said, 10. The man said, what, months? Weeks? The doctor said, no, 9, 8, 7. Oh, Monkhouse!
Toast.
Oh, who's these? Bloody hilarious, man. What do you think, Charlie?
Very unwise of you, Toast, to open that trap door. Bob is dead, rather like his zombie wife.
So is Bob Monkhouse now a zombie?
This is no time to discuss whether Bob Monkhouse is now a zombie like his wife. You can kiss goodbye to any ideas of an MBE or CBE after your name. DOA more likely. And as for a knighthood, ha!
But Kevin Spacey, what about him? I mean, he loved my performance. Any word? Kevin Spacey, Jane!
Oh, I may have made a slight error on that one, Toast.
Oh, God. What?
Well, You know I said I was sitting behind him in the theatre.
Yes, you were sat behind him while he was adoring my performance and...
Well, I presumed it was Kevin Spacey, but I subsequently discovered it was actually the comedian Bob Mortimer.
Who?
Bob Mortimer? He does look very like Spacey, especially from behind. Better?
So what the shit happened with Spacey?
Well, apparently he went to Afghanistan on a humanitarian mission. Unlike you, he does a lot of work for charity. So he was visiting some good Afghans who live on the left-hand side of the road.
Whoa. As opposed to Afghans that live on the right-hand side of the road.
The bad Afghans live on the right-hand side of the road.
I see.
Anyway, nobody's heard from him in days. I do hope he turns up again. Toast.